I mean, just before the film, it was kind of raining out here in Tokyo. And then coming out of the film, wow, just look at that sky. I mean, yeah, it's a lot like the skies in the film. Wow, can you just imagine being a jet fighter pilot like that? Oh my goodness, just amazing, just amazing. And yeah, let's take a look at the sky again. Yeah, Tokyo Maverick, check it out. I mean, one of the things I really like about a film like this is, like in the great tradition of Inigo Montoya. What else you got there? I mean, you know, those films that, you know, thank dads. Oh my god, I love those kind of movies. And yeah, Top Gun Maverick. Yeah, it's one of those, you know, give love and respect to your dad. So watching a film like this, I mean, yeah, it always make me appreciate family and friends, especially my dad, of course my mom. But yeah, I mean, it's that kind of film. Top Gun Maverick, that kind of film. And if anything, yeah, say hi to your dad, give him a hug. Serious, I mean, it might sound corny, but you know, when you get up in age like myself, yeah, you gotta appreciate the people who are always with you from the beginning, especially someone like your dad. I think also Tom Cruise, wow, he was really good in this film too. I mean, if you look back at his other films like Jerry Maguire, what was that, Few Good Men? You know, back in the day when he was just kind of like yelling, screaming. But in this film, he's very quiet, he's subdued, he's got that quiet confidence. Doesn't have to raise his voice to show his vulnerability. Much like a Tony Leung, favorite actor, acting more with his eyes. Yeah, I remember back in the day that my criticism with Tom Cruise was that he didn't really act much through his eyes. But in this film, he does a lot more of that. And Tom Cruise, if you're listening, bravo, well done. But thing too about this film, I mean, you know, I mean, sometimes people bring in their politics into entertainment. But, you know, I think this film has kind of like a sort of wish fulfillment fantasy. If you've ever been at odds with people you've had to work with, compete with, create with, and, you know, sometimes things just don't work out. A film like this is to, I mean, if you like the characters in it and you wish the best for them, and then, you know, their story brings them to a better appreciation for each other and what they can do if they work together. And it's a nice thing. I mean, you don't really get a lot of that in real life, but yeah, always leave some space for something good like that to happen. Because yeah, if it does, you should always be courageous enough to forgive, forget, work together. Top Gun Maverick, good film. Also, you have Jennifer Connelly's character, and oh my gosh, I mean, pretty much of that generation when almost everyone in the film I watched when I was a lot younger. And, oh god, love Jennifer Connelly. But yeah, I mean, her character is pretty much the kind of well, yeah, a little bit like the Adrian character in Rocky. But you've been through relationships like myself. You know, sometimes you don't listen to each other for whatever expectations we have for the roles that we're supposed to fulfill in relationships. yeah, you kind of wish that there's someone that would just kind of listen to you and not judge you for your vulnerabilities. Yeah, that was Jennifer Connelly's character. Yeah, she's Jennifer Connelly. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, Top Gun Maverick. You can take a look at the script. Pretty much, teacher and student narrative. But here they got the one objective that they're training for, and yeah, second half is pretty much just trial and error, trying to improve what they're able to do to get the mission accomplished. But I like what they did, at least visually. Throughout the second act with all the trial and error, pretty much repetitive actions. I mean, by the time they reach the third act, where they have to finally do the job, they went with different visuals, so it kind of felt fresh and new, not so repetitive. And yeah, you can always, I guess, with something like that, you could always put in little monkey wrench into their plans. It's easily doable in a scenario like what they were doing in the film. But yeah, I think it's something to consider when you're writing. That was really well done. Had me at the edge of my seat. Yeah, Top Gun Maverick. Check it out. Check it out on IMAX. IMAX, wow, what an experience. Oh yeah, one thing I really loved about the film was during the climactic scene, sparse use of music. I mean, especially in something like IMAX, where the small sounds and big sounds play quite a symphony in this film. Didn't use so much music through that climactic scene, and it just made it really exciting. And yeah, it just kind of makes you put you in the seat, put you in their shoes, doing what they have to do, and just this chaotic situation and this environment where so many unknown variables are just coming at them at lightning speed. Yeah, definitely not something like a Marvel film that just kind of put this background music. They did a little bit, but it was just sparse. And yeah, that's something really good. Have to give a plus to that. I think thematically about Top Gun Maverick, what you have is a man with a past who's ordered to treat or to teach people of the present, and especially in the world of the military, where titles and hierarchies with rigid expectations of what people are expected to do, the roles they're supposed to fulfill. Yeah, you got Maverick, man with a past. You got the team of young pilots who represent the best of what's available in the present. And yeah, kind of like two forces that don't really want to stretch beyond what they see in each other, at least at the beginning. And then how are they going to forge a future together? But yeah, it's not as deep as that. I mean, it's an action film, but yeah, it's really well done. And if you're looking for a good film in the theater, especially IMAX, yeah, Top Gun Maverick. That's I don't think you'll be disappointed if you take time to watch it. Good film. I think too, making a film like Top Gun Maverick, yeah, I mean, it's not going to be too in depth about characters, struggles, and so on. But I think writing something like that, it's more in line of something like music, where you think about the sounds at play, especially during the conflict, the dogfights, the characters at odds with each other. I think it's less about being so literal or psychological or clinical, and more about just the sounds that are happening. Jet fighters, wind, crowds, silences. Yeah, it's quite a symphony. I think that's how the film works really well. Again, I mean, a film like Top Gun Maverick, if you ever worked in an office where people don't really get along so well, I think the film's a bit more of a kind of like wish fulfillment fantasy. People at odds finally getting it together and respecting each other. I mean, you've been in many office rooms that, things didn't really work out so well between people. You gotta appreciate something that the film shows. At least that's the way I see it. Check it out. It's a good film.